Did you hear about Margaret? She was 73, a retired teacher, loved baking, always had a crossword puzzle nearby and a story to share. Just the day before, she'd made oatmeal cookies for her granddaughter, walked her little dog Lucy, and spent the evening watching her favorite show. Everything seemed fine, but the next morning, Margaret didn't wake up. Her daughter found her still in bed, peaceful but gone. There were no major health problems, no pain, no warnings. Her family was stunned. How could someone who seemed so full of life be gone overnight? The answer is heartbreaking, but important. After 70, the body can be more fragile than it appears, and small habits, especially at night, can quietly increase the risk of serious health events like strokes, heart attacks, or even sudden death in sleep. In this video, we're revealing 5 nighttime habits that can silently harm your health after 70, and what you can do instead to sleep safer and wake up stronger. Let's start with the one few people ever think about. Habit number 1, going to bed with unmanaged stress or worry. Margaret had been feeling more anxious than usual. Her bills were piling up, her memory wasn't as sharp, and sometimes her heart would flutter in a way that made her pause. But when people asked how she was doing, she'd smile and say, "I'm fine, just a little tired." She didn't want to trouble anyone, but inside she carried the weight of her worries alone. What she didn't know was that stress doesn't clock out when you go to bed. It follows you under the covers. It tightens your chest when you lie still. It whispers to your thoughts just when you're trying to fall asleep. When seniors go to bed with stress that hasn't been acknowledged or released, the body reacts. Even in sleep, the nervous system stays in a state of low-grade alert. Your heart beats just a little faster. Cortisol, the hormone designed to help you survive a threat, remains elevated, and deep, restorative sleep becomes much harder to achieve. Over time, this takes a toll. Night after night of shallow sleep weakens your immune system. It increases inflammation in the body, and it raises the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even memory problems like dementia. You may not feel the damage building, but it is. The truth is, stress isn't just emotional. It becomes physical, and the body keeps score. But there are simple, healing ways to release it. Create a bedtime routine that helps you unwind from the inside out. Journal what's on your mind, not to solve it, but to release it for the night. Try soft music, candlelight, or gentle breathing exercises. Read something uplifting, whisper a prayer or a gratitude. Even just sitting in stillness for a few minutes can be powerful. And if your heart is heavy, write your worries on paper like a letter to tomorrow. Let your mind know you don't have to carry this tonight. The goal isn't to have everything figured out. The goal is peace. Enough peace to let your body rest. Enough calm to let your heart slow down. Margaret never realized how much her quiet stress was costing her body. But now you do, and you can choose something better. You can choose rest. You can choose ease. You can choose to sleep in peace and wake up with strength. Habit number 2, eating heavy meals too late. We've all done it. Maybe it's a second helping of dinner, a slice of pie with evening TV, or reheating leftovers just to tide you over before bed. It feels comforting, even nostalgic, something you might have done your whole life without much thought. But after 70, the body's rhythm changes. Your metabolism naturally slows down. Your digestive system, once quick and efficient, becomes more sensitive and sluggish. It simply takes longer to break down food. And that matters more than most people realize. When you eat a heavy meal too close to bedtime, your body shifts into digestive mode right when it should be preparing for deep rest. Instead of relaxing, your stomach churns, your intestines go to work. Your blood flow stays concentrated around your digestive organs instead of allowing your heart rate and blood pressure to settle into their nighttime patterns. And that's where the risks begin to rise. You may notice the obvious signs: heartburn, bloating, discomfort, or waking up in the night with a racing heart. But behind the scenes, there's something more serious happening. Elevated nighttime blood pressure, poor heart rate variability, spikes in blood sugar if the meal was carb-heavy. All of these can quietly increase your risk of strokes and heart attacks during sleep, especially if you already have high blood pressure. diabetes, or heart disease. One particularly dangerous complication in older adults is silent acid reflux, where stomach acid rises into the esophagus without triggering the usual burning sensation. Over time, this can damage the esophageal lining, affect your breathing during sleep, or lead to aspiration pneumonia, a condition where food particles or acid accidentally enter the lungs. And let's not forget what it does to your sleep. Instead of sinking into the deep, restorative sleep your body needs to heal, you're kept in a lighter, more restless state. You might toss and turn. You might wake up multiple times without knowing why. Over time, poor sleep chips away at your immune system, your memory, your mood, and your energy. So what's the solution? Try to eat dinner at least 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. Let digestion finish before you lie down. If your schedule doesn't allow for an early dinner, keep it light. Grilled fish with steamed veggies, soup, or a small salad with a little protein. And if you truly need something before bed, make it easy on your body. A few almonds, a warm cup of chamomile or ginger tea, or half a banana. These help soothe digestion and even support sleep without sending your system into overdrive. Eating used to be simple, but now, every bite has a bigger impact than it once did. You're not just feeding your body anymore. You're protecting your future. By making this one small change, you give your body the space to rest, restore, and repair, just like it was designed to do. Habit number 3, drinking too much liquid before bed. Hydration is important, but timing matters. If you're over 70 and waking up multiple times to use the bathroom, you're not just losing sleep, you're also increasing your risk of falls, dizziness, and nighttime confusion. Older adults are more prone to postural hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing. Getting up quickly in the dark can lead to fainting, broken bones, or worse. Try drinking most of your fluids earlier in the day. After dinner, sip lightly. Avoid caffeine late in the afternoon, and be mindful of hidden fluids in soups or juicy fruits. Sleeping through the night safely is just as important as staying hydrated. Habit number 4, sleeping in a room that's too warm. A cozy, warm bed may feel comforting, but for seniors, too much heat at night can be dangerous. As we age, the body has a harder time regulating temperature. Overheating can strain the heart, disrupt sleep, and even lead to dehydration, which thickens the blood and raises the risk of clots, heart attacks, and strokes. Have you ever woken up drenched in sweat or feeling restless? That's your body struggling to cool down. The ideal bedroom temperature is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Use light, breathable bedding. Wear moisture-wicking sleepwear. Open a window, or use a fan for fresh air. These small changes can help you sleep more deeply and reduce cardiovascular strain. Habit number 5, sleeping in the wrong position. We all have our favorite sleep positions, but after 70, they can have a bigger impact than you think. Sleeping flat on your back can cause the tongue and throat muscles to collapse backward, narrowing the airway. This can lead to sleep apnea, a condition where breathing stops and starts during the night. Left untreated, it increases the risk of heart failure, high blood pressure, and sudden cardiac events. Sleeping on your right side may also place extra pressure on your heart, especially if you already have heart conditions. Experts recommend sleeping on your left side. It improves circulation, supports heart function, and even aids digestion, especially for those prone to acid reflux. If you tend to roll over in your sleep, use a body pillow or place a firm pillow behind your back. Elevating your head slightly can also help keep your airways open and reduce nighttime breathing disruptions. Final thoughts. Margaret's story is heartbreaking, but it's not uncommon. Every year, thousands of older adults pass away in their sleep from conditions that were quietly building over time. But here's the truth. You are not powerless. These 5 bedtime habits, when understood and adjusted, can transform your health and drastically lower your risk of sudden nighttime emergencies. So tonight, take a moment. Ask yourself, am I eating too late, drinking too much too close to bed, sleeping too hot, letting stress take the wheel, or lying in a position that puts strain on my body. You don't have to fix everything overnight. Just start with one change. Maybe tonight you light a candle, journal your worries, and lie down on your left side with a sense of calm. It might seem small, but small things, done consistently, can save lives. Thank you for joining us today. If you learned something new, leave a comment below. Share one change you plan to make tonight. And if this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. You never know whose life it might touch. We'll see you in the next one. Take care and sleep well.